I'm going to give a quick overview on how your reps would go about adding inventory in the context of a surgery. And so what we mean by this is we're making an assumption here that as the operations admin, you have turned on the setting that allows them to create brand new inventory. So that's the first step. And then after that, it basically allows your reps, let's say that they're in a surgery, they pick up a piece of inventory and they can't find it in their custody in Beacon. Basically, it means that while they have it physically, the system doesn't know that they have it. So they still need to be able to add that inventory on the fly to the case that they're in. And so there's really two ways to accomplish this. One would be from a quick transfer. And so I'll just quickly show you here. We're going to go in. I'm on the mobile version of the app, and we're in a case now. And so I'm going to go to Mark Used Inventory. And I've got several buttons here that I can play with. The two that we're going to focus on are Add New and Quick Transfer. So the first thing that I referred to, Quick Transfer, basically what this means is you have given the rep access to one or multiple forward stocking locations or other custodians, other people who hold inventory. And what this means is they can then transfer inventory without any intervention from you. They can just go in and pick the forward stocking location, whether it's a bin on a shelf in a storeroom or it's an actual warehouse location that they have access to. They can go in, they can pick the location that they're picking inventory from. They can search for something, and then you'll see here the custody right now is primary stocking location, but I'm logged in as a sales rep named Brian. So I can select that, and then I can effectively just create this transfer to myself and then automatically mark it as having been used in the case. So that's one way to do it. In cases, though, where that's not realistic or that's really not the way you work, you can give them the ability to add new inventory. And so basically that's what this button is for. They click Add New. There's a couple of ways to do it. So one way that they can do it is they can scan a barcode if there is a UDI on the label. So first it's got to be sterilely packed. Then there is a barcode that they can scan. That barcode has to be a UDI, and that UDI has to be in the FDA database because we have to have something to look it up from, because basically, again, we're creating this inventory out of thin air, and so we don't have any references. If you're scanning a barcode, we have to get those references from the FDA. You don't need to do it that way. You can also just pick here real quickly. You can pick the manufacturer, and then you basically start selecting the item, and then you put how many. You can put the price if you want, or if you've got price lists that will automatically populate. You can put the lot number, which I think is typically fairly important. If there's an expiration date, if there's a barcode, and then basically what you can do is you can create that inventory. And so then I have created the inventory, and now it has selected the inventory, and you'll notice that I've got the lot number, the catalog number, any other items there. And then if I click Next, I'm just going to review this, and then I'm marking it as used. And so basically what it has done is it has created this new piece of inventory. It has marked it as used. It's given it a price, and then you'll notice here, and so this one has a, you'll notice the price is different than the price I added because there is a contract associated to this hospital, and that contract price is different than the price I added. So it's automatically going to pull that price. The other thing that I'll note too is that you get this little chip here that says created an event, and then that can be reported on so that you can see what inventory has been created inside the context of a case. And then you can adjust the other inventory items as needed, right? Because even though they are creating inventory out of thin air, they're creating it to represent inventory that was probably already in the system but in someone else's custody or at some other location that they didn't have access to. So that's just one way that you can provide some flexibility to your reps in the field and let them create inventory as they're working, and then you can, after the fact, go back in, audit, and adjust the inventory out as needed.